Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Courtesy of the Season 5 Reloaded update, as always, whenever we see a major title update in COD, we've got some brand new data mined information for some future updates and future content within Call of Duty. Courtesy of Reality UK, known leaker and data miner that we've talked about here on the channel several times, we've actually got some very interesting update and content details for the future. Some of it pertaining to Season 6 of Warzone and Black Ops 6, some of it potentially even for Black Ops 7 as well. So there's a lot to dive into here today. I do want to preface, as always, at the end of the day, this is all leaked information. Now, it is courtesy of the game files, which is often indicative of what's to come, but it's not everything that always comes to fruition with data mined information and data mined leaks here. So take everything with a grain of salt. They could adjust things, they could scrap things entirely until it's official from a Call of Duty Twitter account or a post on YouTube or whatever the case is, a blog. Take everything here with that pinch of salt, right? But first up here, we have some new operator code names. Now, the code names themselves don't really tell us anything. What it does tell us, though, is that there seemingly are 5 new operators coming throughout Season 6. I'd have to imagine some of these are going to be crossover or collab ones with Halloween, because the Haunting every single season in Season 6 always has some pretty interesting collabs done there. But these operator code names are Gummy, Peach Ring, Milk, Caramel, and Dark. So just a bunch of candy stuff, I guess. They're not too sure what's going on with that. Maybe we're getting the M&Ms in Call of Duty. Perhaps that's a thing. I wouldn't be that surprised at this point. Is that bad to say? Is that sad to say? Either way, we've got 5 operator code names that are new in the game files there, so we should expect a decent bit of operator-based content with Season 6. Next up here, Reality does say in-game heretical code names do confirm that Season 6 is 100% happening. In case there was any doubt, there was already a lot of other things indicating Season 6 was coming, the Battle Pass XP boosts and everything like that. But yes, Season 6 will be taking place. The current Battle Pass countdown timer ends, I believe, on October 9th. So day before Battlefield 6 drops, we're going to have Season 6. Call of Duty's planning this fall has not been good, or this late summer, early fall has not been very good, at least trying to space things out a little bit. But Season 6 is absolutely going to be a thing, in case there was any doubt. And speaking of Season 6 and the Haunting event, the main thing that I'm looking forward to for the remainder of this year, Reality does say that the first stuff for the Haunting is now being added to the game files, as there is a super haunted drop coming. I believe we had this back in Modern Warfare 3 as well with the haunted drops, so that'll be a feature that's returning here. But if you're a fan of the Haunting event, I always think it's probably the best LTM, best like little in-game event that we have year over year. There's been some absolutely fantastic ones dating back to MW 2019. Even MW2's was really good as well. I'm curious to see what all they do this year. We do have a few other bits of information about the Haunting as well, which is leaked, which is kind of interesting, including the fact that Rebirth at Night seemingly is going to be coming back. I have to imagine we're doing the Haunting of Verdansk as well. Like, we got to be getting Verdansk back at nighttime, throwing it back to the classic original Haunting event that we got in Modern Warfare 2019. But for those of you who enjoyed Rebirth at Night, that does seem to be returning as well. I kind of hope they do Purgatory again too. That was obviously a thing last year with Modern Warfare 3, and that seemed to be a really successful LTM for the Haunting event. So they got a lot of potential here to do some really cool things. Hence why I usually always look forward to the Haunting as like my most anticipated thing for the actual in-season content year over year. But some pretty cool things already, and I imagine we're going to get more and more details on the Haunting stuff in Season 6 here in the coming days and weeks. Of course, as anything surfaces, you guys already know I'm going to keep you up to date with everything going on, so be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoy this video while you're at it, a like rating is always really appreciated. It does really help share the video around to new viewers. Next up here, this is a bit of a confusing one. Reality just posts saying, seems that they're adding a new exotic rarity to Black Ops 6. So we've got like the common, we've got the ultra, the legendary rarities on stuff. Exotic. This almost sounds like it's something out of COD Mobile. He doesn't specify though. When he doesn't know, he basically follows it up and says, yeah, this could be for literally anything. They don't say, but an exotic rarity something is coming to Black Ops 6. Time is going to tell here. If it's a blueprint, that's going to be a $55 bundle at this point, right? Could be pretty crazy. We'll have to keep our eyes on this. We also got to talk some weapons here, because this is obviously a big deal. Season 6 is going to add in some new weapons. And what's really curious is that there weren't actually any brand new weapon code names that surfaced with the Season 5 Reloaded update like we usually see. So that seemingly indicates that the leaked weapons that we already have in the files now are the ones that are ultimately going to just be used in Season 6. So they've been planning them for a bit. You may recall a while back that we had one weapon leak detailing like the pickaxe, the boxing gloves, the chainsaw, some of which we saw. The wand was also mentioned there, which had a lot of people really confused. We'll talk more on that in just a moment. But then also the MP40, and it does seem like the MP40 is in fact going to be a Season 6 weapon based off the leaked information. Of course, at the time, it was indicating that it was going to be a Season 5 weapon. That, of course, did not happen, so it does appear to be Season 6 for that. But as mentioned, that aforementioned wand, are we getting a Harry Potter crossover here in Call of Duty? Who knows? But apparently, this special weapon, the wand, and it is classified as a special weapon in game, has 5 different barrels. There's a ball barrel, a burst barrel, an AoE barrel, a bomb barrel, and a beam barrel. That was a lot of alliteration with whatever this is. Like, is this actually a physical wand that we're waving around like a fairy princess or Harry Potter? Or is this just like a weird code name for something? I am so curious to find out what this is, and it seems like in Season 6 we're gonna get it. Maybe it's something haunting related and it has to do with like the LTMs there or something. Maybe there's like magic powers coming this season or this year, so we're gonna have to wait and see there. But I am really intrigued by what that could be, purely because of the ridiculousness of it there. Next up here though, moving on, Reality does give us some information on something that could be for Black Ops 6, although it'd be kind of interesting to do this at the very end of the year. Seems like it would make a lot more sense to do for Black Ops 7, but Reality says, not sure what on earth this means, but it seems that they're adding a new customizable feature, maybe to BO6 or Black Ops 7, called Prestige Master Color and Prestige Master Title. Just based off that information alone, sounds like you could go through and maybe adjust your prestige icon color and then also have a custom title if you reach Prestige Master. So something in addition to like all the custom emblems and the throwback emblems that you get when you reach like Prestige Master 100, 200, so on and so forth. Maybe just adding in some more personal customization for that. Nothing too crazy, but something new that was found nonetheless. And then lastly here, while we did have references to Rebirth Night earlier on, of course, as we talked about, there's been a lot of questions of, hey, can we get literally anything besides Rebirth in game? We've had references to Fortune's Keep in the files for some time. The stadium apparently has all sorts of references to Vondel on the walls within the Easter eggs, and yet Reality reports that in game right now with the game files, there's nothing going on that mentions Vondel returning. So as far as getting any kind of map rotation here, big map or Resurgence, it doesn't seem very likely to close out the year, which I'm not gonna lie, is just so boring. I like Rebirth. I think it's a good map. I don't know if I needed to play it the entire year. And obviously we know about the big map rotation and how tech is holding that back with last gen, but man, to have Fortune's Keep or Vondel or Ashika or anything else just cycling through on a rotation for Resurgence would just spice things up so easily. I've ranted about this in previous videos, so we won't get too far into it, but just seems like a major missed opportunity there. Just doesn't really seem like they're trying all that much with this, considering we had map rotation last year, this year. Like, it's been a thing. We know they can do it. They just choose not to. So really bizarre there. A little bit of unfortunate news to cap things off there, but nonetheless, there are some pretty interesting leaks for sure. Really excited to get more details on the haunting and what all that's going to bring to the game. And man, that wand, I am not gonna lie, it's kind of living rent free in my head. I want to know what the heck that is gonna do in game. But that said, it's gonna wrap things up for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like on your way out. And if you're new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button to ensure you're always up to date with everything going on in COD. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.